Welcome to the Carolina Girls Podcast with Heather and Cher.
All right, guys. Welcome back. What was I supposed to say?
I'm Heather.
I'm Cher.
No.
I know.
You're Heather and I am Cher. Wow, we're gone for, wait a minute, and this is the Carolina Girls Podcast.
Wow.
How long have we been gone?
Yeah, we've been gone for a few weeks.
Have you guys missed us?
I hope so.
I've missed us. I've missed doing this.
I've missed doing this too.
Yeah, I mean, we've not been able to talk trash or it's been a crazy few weeks.
It really has.
It has. So we did our last podcast, which our last podcast, we were explaining why we were missed a couple weeks before that.
Yeah. It's just been busy.
Life has been busy for sure. So I went to President's Club in Mexico.
She went to Cancun.
Yeah, you were supposed to come, but you weren't able.
Right. I decided to stay behind to be with my dad.
Yep. Yeah. And let's see, Xander's graduated high school.
So tell us about President's Club. What did you do? How did you do? Y'all did a missions trip?
So we did do some missions stuff.
Work.
While we were there. Missions work, yeah. It was great. So let me just tell you, what was really, I think, first of all, the location was beautiful. Cancun is beautiful. Mexico is hands down my favorite place to go.
Yeah.
If Eric is like, hey, Cher, where do you want to go on vacation? The answer is Mexico. So I absolutely love it there. I tease that I should have been born Mexican instead of, Cherokee Indian and Scotch Irish, but it's one of my favorite places to visit. And it was great. But what was really awesome was seeing everyone from work that I haven't seen in 2 years because of COVID.
Right.
And that was really great. I got to fellowship and spend time with coworkers from all across the country that I love and adore. I mean, I'm coming up on my 10 years here, and
that's crazy to think about.
It is crazy to think about. But, our company is such a great place. But every President's Club trip is always includes some type of missions, whether we're partnering with Samaritan's Feet or whatnot, we're always doing something. And so this year we did backpacks and school supplies and just some hygiene stuff. It was really great. It was a lot of fun. And we had 1,100 people there this year. And let me tell you, 1,100 people can pack some bags quickly. Yeah. It was done less than an hour. It was great. Crazy. It was great. It was a lot of fun.
That's good.
But it was, it was great. And it was, John Maxwell came.
Yes,
and that was pretty awesome. Getting to listen and see John Maxwell speak in person. And, I don't ever get,
fangirl?
I'm not a fangirl.
That's me.
That is so you. Like, you're just like, oh my God, there's Steve Smith. Let's go meet him. Right? Like, that's how you are. And I am never starstruck. And John Maxwell was from me to you. And I stood there going, oh, wow. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Because he is someone, I get his Maxwell's Minute every day. And so I take a minute and listen to what he has to say and, try to apply his advice, if you will. And it's not just about work, it's about life. Right. And I try to apply that. So that was really cool. Harlem Globetrotters were there.
I know that.
That was awesome.
And Casey Crawford got out there and balled with the Globetrotters, right?
Well, let's just say, listen, I love Casey, but there was no balling with the Globetrotters. There was Casey standing out there doing what he was told. It was great. He had a lot of fun. They brought out several other people that worked there too, got to volunteer and go out on the court with them too, or the stage really, or the dance floor really, because I was standing on the stage. I couldn't see. So I had to get up on the stage so I could see it, but I'm standing there.
Had to get on the stage to
absolutely
be able to see what's going on.
Absolutely, total short girl. Yeah, he's just like, somebody put me on their shoulders, but I would probably crush them. So but I'm standing on stage and I'm like, because I can't tell you how many times since I was a little girl, my dad would take me to go see them because I played basketball and well, so did you. And I loved them. It was so great.
I have never seen them in person.
Never?
Never.
All right, dude. It's bucket list. Casey, write that down. Bucket list. You and I are going to go see them in person. So I got to meet a few of them after the fact. And it was hilarious just talking with them that they were really just trying to blend in because they were there for a couple of days before, you know, with us and trying to blend in so nobody would figure out who they are. But, you know, how do you blend in, you know, dude over 6 feet tall, right? Right. Yeah, it's crazy. But that was a lot of fun. And we had 70s night.
Yeah.
And so I dressed up
like you did before?
Like I did before when you and I did the pictures. Video. Yeah. And then Eric is not, he doesn't dress up. So, however, I changed his name to Sonny and made him a name badge. And he walked around and said, hi. His name badge said, hi, I'm Sonny, which those who knew that I'm Cher thought that was hilarious. And then those who didn't are scratching their head. And I would introduce myself and they were cracking up. They were like, oh, that's great. That's fantastic. That's funny. So that was a lot of fun.
I hate I missed it.
I hate that you weren't there.
But there will always be another President's Club.
Absolutely. Mexico is not gonna it's not falling off into the ocean. It's not breaking off of yeah. Right. We can always go again.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be fun.
Yeah. And then Xander graduated.
Yes.
That's a big deal.
Xander is now a high school graduate.
He is now a high school graduate. Officially 18 and
yes.
Oh, did I tell you I told you he got a new job.
Oh, yeah.
He's working at Hooters.
Oh, my gosh, that kid.
That's just until he goes to the Marine Corps in July, so.
But didn't he work at the paintball place?
He did. He did work at the paintball place, and then he started playing paintball on the team, and because of his schedule with Marine Corps, he needed to go ahead. Yeah, so he's already worked his last day there, and he loves those guys. That was tough for him, but
now it's on.
Now he's working at Hooters, and I'm like,
orange short shorts and tight shirts.
Yeah, except
I have never eaten inside of a Hooters, ever.
Really?
Never.
Oh,
Well, I'm sorry. Let me take that back. I think one time when we went to Atlanta,
you ate at Hooters.
It was the nasty one. Remember? I think I was with you.
No,
I
was not with you when you went to Hooters.
Oh, was it Daddy? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't with you.
We watched this girl go to the bathroom, and one of the kids was in the bathroom. She didn't wash her hands.
That's
just disgusting.
Yeah, that's gross. I don't think I was with you. However, one year, Sherry, our dear friend Sherry, that's no longer with us, she dressed up as a Hooters girl for Halloween. It was great. It was great. And Xander brought home a Hooters shorts and tank top.
He doesn't have to wear that.
No, not at all.
What is his uniform?
A t-shirt that says kitchen staff and jeans or shorts or whatever, your typical boy clothes.
Just tell him to make sure that he keeps everything under wraps and that he doesn't touch and say anything inappropriate.
Listen, we used to take the boys there to eat when they were little. It's a family restaurant. It is not bad at all. It's really not. It's not what you think it is in your head. It's really not.
Yeah, I'm thinking worst case scenario.
Yeah, no. There
was another restaurant that's around here.
There is. That is definitely
theme day outfits and it's pretty bad.
Yeah, no. But Hooters is actually I'd take my grandson there and wouldn't think twice about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So Xander has a new job.
Temporarily until we leave.
He goes off to the Marine Corps. And when is that?
July 24th is when we drop him off, and July 25th is
You drop him off where?
To the recruiting station.
Oh, and so you don't even get to go to like Parris Island?
No, we don't get to go to Parris Island until he graduates. Not unless we wanted to drive down there and see him get off the bus, which we're not going to do that, or until boot camp is over.
So tell me how this is going to work.
I don't know. The answer is I don't know.
You don't?
No. I just think
I'm off at recruiting.
I think I'm dropping him off at the recruiting station. They spend the night in the same hotel that they spent the night in for MEPS, and then I think, they're probably going to come in at like 1 a.m. and throw a bag over their head and whisk them off I have no idea. I'm just talking.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
No clue.
And then how long does he stay?
13 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah. Jackson will have his driver's license by the time we pick Xander up.
Wow.
Yeah.
You pick him up where you drop him off?
No, we go to Parris Island. I believe he gets to come home with us.
Okay.
But I'm not 100% sure on that either.
Yeah. She's fly by seat of her pants.
I am totally have zero information from my kid on this yet. Okay. But he's graduated, and Eric's dad and stepmom came out from California, have been with us, and that's been great. And Taylor was here. Amen. That was great. I got like 2 days with her, and because she did go see her dad, and so she got to go see her dad and her little brothers there on that side of the family, and that was great because they didn't really get to spend any time together at Christmas, and other than that, it was 2 years before they had seen her. So I know that they soaked up every last minute that they could. Absolutely. So that was good. And we had a party, and I mean, Xander's first daycare teacher came, Miss Debbie.
That was so sweet.
And then his second babysitter, Miss Christy, came, and and of course all our friends and family and friends, old friends were there, and recent friends were there. It was a great turnout. We had a good time. Yeah. It was very good.
The balloons look good too.
Dude,
we
okay.
That out.
I know I helped.
No, we did it together.
We did it together, but I don't like the way that we did it. So Heather and I are doing our own balloon arches now. Just for our own events.
For our own events.
However,
like if we do real estate events or mortgage events or whatever.
However, if you need a referral for someone to do a balloon arch for you, we have the girls for you to call.
Yeah.
Like, they're awesome.
It's not us.
But it is not us. No way. I think it always cracks me up, though, that as long as it takes someone to do a balloon arch, it doesn't take any time to clean it up. When Eric gets out there with a knife and it's just ding, 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 ding.
Except for the sparkly ones.
Oh, yeah.
That takes a little bit.
Yeah. But the shop vac came in handy.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
So everything was good to go there?
Everything was good. We experienced some sadness, too.
Yeah. So last episode, we mentioned that we were kind of
we're at the hospital.
Yeah. Due to my dad, and my dad did pass away on the 2nd. But I do know that he's in a much better place, no longer suffering, and we're good.
Yeah.
Yesterday being Father's Day,
it was tough.
That was a little tough.
Yeah, my dad's been gone since 2008, and every year Father's Day is the hardest for me. And Father's Day, listen, Mother's Day, Father's Day, I believe they're just made up holidays.
Yeah.
Eric calls them Hallmark holidays, right? They're just there to sell, right? But which it's still as though you get to spend time with your family. And Eric went to the mountains with his dad and stepmom and came home on Father's Day, but he got to spend time with his dad on Father's Day, which is great. But when you don't have a dad, it's a tough day.
Yeah. So, my brother and his daughter Peyton, they were driving up, and I was going, and Derek had already purchased a bird feeder or bird house or whatever to put out there, and so we were out there, and we're like, well, this is kind of bending on this side, like the stake that you put it on. I was like, well, maybe we can go find a flag that we can put on the other side to help counterbalance, because if a bird comes and sits on that thing, it might be on the ground. So we went to the Walmart and got a better stake or whatever, and then we also got a bird feeder because my dad absolutely loves birds. So we laughed and laughed like my dad's gonna be just filled with bird poop over there.
That's hilarious. I gotta tell you, so I don't rank funerals. Yeah. Okay. But if I did, so right now I'm ranking a funeral. Your dad's funeral is the top 5 best funerals I've ever been to.
It was pretty.
It was pretty awesome. I loved meeting his childhood friends and hearing the stories about your dad. Yeah. And it's funny, like I'm listening to these guys talk about your dad, and they're so passionate, like it was like yesterday that they were together, right? And I'm just sitting there listening and giggling in my head. I'm like, oh, I can hear Chuck now saying that. Like I can hear him saying that today.
Yeah.
It was great. It was so great.
Yeah. Looking at all the pictures that I hadn't seen, because Dad had given Derek
those pictures were awesome.
And I had some stuff, and I was going through Dad's nightstand that he had at his facility that he was living at, and it was just really, really good. I really enjoyed meeting everybody and seeing people that he had worked with UPS, and And knowing that my dad was cared for and loved by so many people that I had no idea.
Yeah. Yeah. I just got to tell everybody.
Okay.
When you walked into the funeral, the day of the funeral, not the visitation, but the day of the funeral, you're walking into Christmas music at Chuck's funeral. It was awesome.
You were walking into I'm Dreaming of a
White Christmas. It was, you were not sad and solemn. You were like, oh my gosh, this is Christmas music. This is awesome. And I bet you that your father would have loved every minute of that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So when my dad was in the hospital, he would just start randomly being like, I'm dreaming. And we would like
finish it of a White Christmas.
And then the girls, whenever we came back to Terabella, which is where he lived, which is where he passed, we would put on I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas, and he would, like, literally go to sleep.
Oh,
every single time. Like, he loved it. So I was like, we have to, the funeral home was like, what songs would you like? And I'm like, Dad he wanted me to remember this song. It was Elton John, Cold Cold Heart. And I was like, that's kind of not good song. But I put that in there too. And then Derek was like, because he was a truck driver, these big wheels keep on turning.
That was the best. I sat there and laughed, and I mean I cried.
Yeah.
And I laughed and I laughed. I sang every song that was played.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, and I mean, and the minister did a fantastic job.
Yes.
He
Reverend
did.
Newton did a really
he did a great job. But it was, and you know, when and you'll find this in the future, but when you are at a funeral, and this is my second funeral of a father that's passed away. So my uncle, you know, passed away earlier this year. And so he's my cousin's dad, and he's my uncle, right? And so I'm sitting in the funeral, your dad's funeral, my uncle's funeral, thinking about my dad.
Right.
Like, there's no way around it, right? And so, and then I'm thinking about my dad's funeral. And then I'm like, well, I know Steve Story would have loved every minute of his funeral because we were laughing and joking and having a great time. And then I go to, I know that my uncle would be happy with the way that my cousin and my cousins and my aunt have represented him.
Yeah.
I know that Chuck Manning would have been happy with that funeral. It was great.
I think the coffin looked good. He looked good.
He looked amazing.
He looked so much better than he had.
His eyebrows were not bushy. It was great.
That's exactly what Cher said. She was like, look at his eyebrows. They look great. So he had little things like going out.
He had crazy bushy eyebrows for a while.
I know.
Like, he had like old man crazy eyebrows. He had like, oh God, Back to the Future. What's, Doc. He had Doc eyebrows.
Yeah, he did. He had it.
Oops, I didn't mean to make that noise.
Going a little crazy.
That was so funny. But you know, you're a good friend when you walk up and you're like, oh my God, your dad looks so good. His eyebrows are cut.
Yeah. That's exactly what she said.
Oh my goodness.
But it was very good. The funeral home, everybody at Terabella at his facility, hospice was so good. But
they took good care. The hospital was good too.
The hospital was good.
Everybody was good.
Everybody was great.
Well, I think that in honor of Father's Day,
okay,
that you and I should share stories. Ha ha ha. Cher wants to share stories. Cher Story wants to share stories. No, I think that we should share a story or a memory, or more of a story, or something that we believe that our dads did that really made them a great dad, and also that our husbands do that we think really make them a great husband. I'll go first.
You go first.
Okay. All right. I'm going to stay on my dad. There's so many things that I think my dad did that really made him a great dad. But the number one thing that I think my dad did that really made him a great dad was that he helped instill confidence in me and helped me be confident for who I am as I am, you know?
Right.
And, But he also used to tell me, because he didn't want me to grow up fat. Sorry, Dad. Joke's on you. I did. He used to always tell me, listen, there, I'm going somewhere with this. I promise you.
Okay.
He used to, I would, when I was a little girl, wanted to eat mayonnaise sandwiches.
Oh my gosh! And she eats Hellman's, Duke's. I could do a Duke's mayonnaise sandwich.
I like Duke's too. But so I would eat a mayonnaise sandwich, and my dad would say, "You're gonna grow up fat. Like you're gonna get fat if you keep eating mayonnaise sandwiches." And I didn't care because I mean, like, I was that big around when I was a kid, right? So fast forward to me being a full grown adult, and had a couple of kids, and I'm overweight for sure, and I walked into the house one day and he was like, "How the mayonnaise sandwiches treating you?" Now, anybody listening on the outside probably thinks that that's really bad,
sad,
right? Like,
yeah.
I can't believe your dad called you fat. But it's
a different.
a different thing, because I knew that, my dad used to always tell me I was beautiful, and like he was always taking pictures of me, fat or skinny, like he was always telling me how beautiful I am on the inside and the outside. And and my mom too, right? Yeah. But this isn't a Mother's Day thing. I love you, Mom, if you're listening, because you did a good job too. But this is about Dad. And I think that's one of the things that made my dad such a great father, is that I never once had to worry about who I was. Right. That who I was, big or little, in a bad mood or a good mood. He preferred the good moods for sure. No matter what, if I'm doing something stupid or if I'm doing something brilliant, whatever it was, I was always enough.
Yep.
Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. And I always knew it.
I agree, 100%.
That's
I can so see Steve like that.
Oh yeah, and you know what? He made sure my friends felt that way too.
Yes,
like
he was a good man.
That's
very good man.
That's my story about Dad. That's what I think made him a good dad. I made him a good friend too. Is that we were always enough. What about your dad?
So my dad lived spontaneously. And I think that we all need to probably live in the moment and just do whatever you want to do, because I think there's a lot of, I don't know, I feel like sometimes my life is so regimented.
Yeah, so planned.
So planned and everything. And he just liked to have a good time. Like,
he was the life of the party, wasn't he?
Oh my gosh, all the time. I mean, just so many things. I mean, I remember him throwing our basset hound in the lake one time, and the dog did not come back up. So he was like, "Oh no, dogs normally doggy paddle." So he had to go down and get it. And when he did, he cut his foot on a beer can or something. And it was always something with Daddy, and he
having
lived
fun.
In the moment,
he lived in the moment.
Had a good time. And, I think I have that in me, because I always like to go on adventures. I like to have adventures. I like to, do fun things. And
oh, yeah. It's nothing for you to be like, "Hey, road trip today?" I'm like, "No, dude, what are you talking about?"
Let's on the weekend or whatever, I'll be like, "Let's just drive to the beach."
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're spontaneous.
Yeah.
So your dad taught you to be spontaneous, and you think that's... Yeah, I think that's great.
Yeah.
I think that's. What about your husband? What's one of the things about Kyle that you think makes him such a great dad?
So, Kyle is 100% the cook in our house. He takes care of us by cooking. He goes to the grocery store. He cooks all day on Sundays. He makes Casey's meals for the whole week, from lunch to dinner. Already pre-planned out: steak, Brussels sprouts, sweet potatoes. Am I missing chicken? Am I missing something else? No. But, I mean, all of that takes a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of work.
And a lot of thought.
And he makes every single meal. And
it's probably something that goes overlooked by the kids,
I would say
for
that
sure.
We take for granted.
Yeah.
Because, we just eat it, right?
Yeah.
But he loves to hear that it's good.
Yeah.
He loves to.
He likes that.
You like it.
Yeah.
And that fills his bucket, I believe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I couldn't imagine doing the job that we have and having to do that too. So,
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine having to
Yeah,
do all
no, I actually think that makes him a great dad. I think
Yeah.
that is a great attribute that he has, that because I do that job for my family too. I'm feeling you, Kyle. I'm right there with you, man. No, so one of the things that I love about Eric that I think makes him a great dad is when the boys were little, and even now, just, hey, Dad, will you go outside and do this with me? And he will stop what he's doing and he'll go outside. So it is, 99% of the time. So whether it's they're going to go outside and kick the soccer ball or throw bags or whatever it is, or even hey, Dad, will you stop and watch me for a minute? And, when they want to show him something that,
Yeah.
I think a lot of times dads are just so into them that they forget that sometimes about that. And, and of course, if you ask any kid, their parent doesn't ever do anything with them, or, they only do things on their time. Right. But Eric has always been, hey, grab the soccer ball, let's go. Or any of that, just willing to, and I know it seems trivial, like playing with your kids might seem trivial, but it is so important because
It's
they
so
need
impactful
that
for your
one-on-one.
kid.
It is
Yeah.
so impactful.
Yeah.
So impactful. And with Jackson being trying to get his driver's license and needing to get his driving time in, it's great of, Dad, will you take me for a drive? And he might not be able to do it in that moment, but he was like, yeah, I can in. And they go and drive and that kind of stuff. So
That's good.
I think
very
that's
good.
what makes him a really good dad.
Yeah. So Father's Day was very good.
Father's Day was great at our house. I didn't stop working all day. Neither did Eric.
I know.
Well, we're leaving for Europe on Friday, and my house guest, your daughter, and her
LT.
boyfriend, they're gonna make sure the dogs are okay and take care of the house for us. And they had one request. It was really an LT request, but he had one request, and so that was pasta, fresh homemade pasta. So I made 2 separate things of pasta yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Why?
But I
Don't
know
be.
that they'll enjoy
Are you
it.
kidding me?
Oh
I
my
made them a
gosh,
big
it's
old.
so good.
I made them a big old pot of spaghetti and meat sauce and spaghetti pasta. So that's done. So all they have to do is heat that up, and then I made fettuccine and froze it. So, and I had my little, fresh savor out last night and sucking all the air out to freeze it. And I could put it in the freezer. I took a picture of it and sent it to them. So that way they know what it looks like. But, it's a lot trying to get ready to go on vacation. So we're crazy busy.
Yeah.
But we played Yahtzee, and Eric won 2 out of 3 games.
That's good. That's your family time. That
It is
so
our,
awesome.
it's mine and Eric's time. It's
That's
our
good.
fantastic time that he kicked my tail.
Good. You need to be kicked. every once in a
No,
while.
no,
Yeah.
I need to win all the time. I don't know what's wrong with you. But no, it was great Father's Day. I didn't go see my dad though. No, I didn't have it in me. Yeah, it was a tough day. I did go in the office and talk to him. I have a big picture of my daddy up in my office from my wedding day when
He's on the phone.
that joker is on the phone selling real estate.
He's in
The
real
day
estate
I'm
or the
getting
mortgage
married.
business, so everybody's always on their phone.
What's so funny is that I can so see myself taking a call
Just like that.
just like that on any of my
In
kids'
your-
wedding day.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness. So it's his fault. It's his fault, right? I can
Yeah.
blame it on him. But it's my favorite picture. And one of my little friends blew it up and had it framed, and it's a great
It is a
picture.
great picture.
And so I go spend time in there with him.
Good.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but it was a good day. It was a good day.
It was a good day.
Remembering is a good day too. Even so, those who have their dads, hug them, love on them, tell them how much you love them.
Because they won't be here forever.
No, and those that don't have your dads, just remember all the good stuff. Don't feel sad. Don't remember. I try to not be sad, even though it can be, right? But I try to remember all the funny stuff, all the good stuff, and just enjoy the memories, and
I
just
agree.
soak it up.
That's good. All right,
Oh.
so it's that time of the day.
What Southerners say. So we're gonna do a Southern Dad edition.
Yeah. So some funny things.
Some funny things that Southern dads say. You know, mine is, you know, the whole, you know, you got your typical money don't grow on trees, right?
Yeah.
Like cut off the light, like,
Yeah.
you
Oh,
know.
you're paying outside air.
Right. You know,
the air
I close the
outside.
door. I'm not buying ball. You know, I don't want to let out the ball air or whatever, all that good stuff. But what's one thing that your dad used to say all the time?
I don't know. Like, I'm trying to remember some things that he used to say.
Let's see. Did you ever get a? I'll give you something to cry about when you were crying.
I'm sure. I'll whoop your tail.
Or I'm not talking just to hear my own voice. Do you ever get
Yeah.
that when you're selective hearing and not listening to your dad? That's a good one.
Oh, go ask your mama.
Oh, go ask your mama.
That was mine because
Yeah.
my mom and dad were divorced.
Yeah.
He was always like, go ask your mom.
Yeah. Or you're gonna like it whether you like it or not.
That's so true.
That's so funny. That's funny. I used to get that one all the time.
Yep.
Or the don't make me turn this car around. Like if you're going
Yeah.
on vacation or whatnot.
Yeah. Sometimes I hear AIS for those
Ass and seat.
who don't know. That's what that means. You better be in the car by whatever time. AIS.
Ass and seat. Are you getting left? That's so funny. Oh my goodness. I'm just trying to think what else that Daddy used to say to me. I mean, you name it. I
sure
got
you're
told.
told.
Oh yeah. I got told a lot because I used to run my mouth a lot too. So, and I know that surprises nobody.
Yes. She runs her mouth a lot.
All the time.
Most of it's true stuff, though.
All the time.
She very rarely lies.
I don't ever lie.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, what time is it?
Well, we just did what Southern say, so that part's already gone. It's
Yeah,
time
you
for us
see?
to say goodbye.
It is time for us to say
So-
goodbye, and I haven't been able to say, be sweet, be kind.
And be you.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys.